Welcome to Kenzo Gaming. I will be playing as Japan in this battle. I will be fighting for domination on the right hand side, and most of the time we'll be fighting in the city. You will see this is going to be an epic city battle. It will be like a tug of war, always going back and forth, and you will see this is going to be a massacre. My strategy is to get in with helicopters, stop the enemy advance with napalm at first, and also to support my airborne units with wheeled infantry, and let's see how it goes. So I'm going to slow this down. In the meantime, you can see the Kyoko. My napalm bombers are advancing. I dropped 3 of them. They're cheap and expendable. And I'm setting my cheap recon ahead so that it gets all its anti-air missiles and my ninjas can survive. So with this strategy we managed to take the city first. We can see they have Spetsnaz, and our way of dealing with the Spetsnaz is going to be to try to get into the same building as them. So we have to be very mobile in this case. The enemy has also used napalm and it has panicked our infantry, but it's okay because his infantry is panicked too. So we can see the Spetsnaz has moved. And we will move right, we'll try to surround him and get close. So now we moved into the same building. He cannot use his RPO, and we're going to move these units into this building. And then we are going to switch these 2 guys. And hopefully this will work out. And this VAP APC is going to give us some supporting fire. So this should take care of the Spetsnaz. We're now fighting against Chancy, and he has a motorized deck, so this is going to be very tough here. Japan doesn't have much to offer. It does have 6 heavy tanks, but other than that all the other tanks are pretty garbage except the G tank. In any case, now we can see that they have Iglas here. So I'm sending my expendable napalm bombers and I'm going to toss it on the Igla. Because as you can see, they're located in a very small building. And now they're going to burn to death. You can see there's nothing left. So in the meantime, you can see I have only 30 units left, fighting against 40. Oh, actually almost 50 units. And these infantry are not going to be giving me much support. So I'll try to recuperate these losses with some supplies. So my only strategy to fend off these guys is to stop them with napalm, scare them away, prevent them from getting reinforcements, or at least slow down the reinforcements. Now you can see I get some support fire here, fire support. So he has to retreat, and these 40 units are going to be very, very useful. So this guy is surrounded here. The units get killed. And you can already see he's sending more infantry. So we need to get as deep as possible to prevent them from deploying. Unfortunately, they managed to deploy. At this point we have about 60 fighting infantry, but this infantry is not especially good. You can see the rifle is not that good, even the machine gun is stat. We just have to fend them off long enough, and at this point you might be actually thinking, wow, this city is already ours, they cannot do anything. But look at this, what happens now. The rockets managed to kill these units, and these units are cut off, they cannot retreat. I will try to retreat through this side. But as there is napalm, I cannot move back. So they're pretty much trapped. You can see I still have 3 units. Now only 2. These 2 soldiers, only 1 unit. And this is how fast I lost my units. If they manage to retreat, if this wouldn't be napalmed, it could have retreated and I could have had 40 fresh units very soon. So at this point I have only 14 soldiers and 9 of these, and these ones I don't want to risk at all because they're almost dead. So I'll try to stop them, to stop their advance by bombing everything, even if it means that I'm going to lose a plane, like the one here. Now these are cheap expendable planes, these napalm bombers, and I send them ahead of my other units. So we can see they're sending already a lot of new units. We can see only 2 here, but there is more coming. It's about 60 motostrelki. And now again, the plane support. So you can see there are 60 motostrelki. We managed to kill some of them through the napalm and the bombs. But they're trying to take over the city now. Fortunately, I have some fire support. This is very, very important, so that when you're pushed out from the city, you manage to keep an edge. And you can see these guys have been devastated by the napalm. So these 2 napalm bombs were very unfortunate, and now we can see they're sending VDV, 30 units, and I don't have much with which I can resist them. Altogether I have only about 12 units, most of them shaken or panicked. So there's absolutely no chance I can kill these guys with some proper support. So I'm sending some bombs. And I hope that he will simply come close enough. And this was his death sentence, crossing the street when I had this fire support here. These hand units are pretty good, but you have to keep distance from the enemy. So again, I'm going to weaken the forces which are inside the city, if there are any. And this support is very necessary. So I need to recuperate. Now I have an advantage that I have these anti-air units. So when they will be sending planes at me, their number should be decreasing. So we can see more units are advancing. And again I'm facing VDV, 30 units. So I'm dropping some bombs here. This should be slowing down any further advance. And look at this, this was a very lucky bombing. This bombing run killed 25 of them. The rest can be easily killed, sniped with these guys. This bomb should have scared him. So I will be trying to advance to this point and then retreat here. Now obviously I would like to refuel my guys. And they're pushing again. So I really have to hope that the fire support is going to help me again. Just to save the day. So now you can see that the VDV has been devastated. And there are 2, so I pretty much have destroyed 4 units. Now even though they have this 14 motostrelki, it's not gonna help him anymore. So now we got the edge. we're going to try to surround his forces. These guys need some healing. And now it really looks like we're going to have the city, right? But now you can see that his ally is bringing troops. Now I'll have to face them. Again, my units get dissipated by the helicopters, but at least I managed to destroy the helicopters now that I have anti-air. You can see there are motorschützen. I have requested support, and the Urguard is providing it. Again, some bombing rounds to weaken the forces. And I have finally mortars, so they are going to provide some supporting fire. And you can see they're retreating now at this point. So now we do have an advantage, numerical superiority, so we should be able to hold the city now. However, the napalm is going to be deadly to these guys. They all died. And now again, infantry is coming. But we managed to take down 2 of them, that's very good. And I'm targeting this area with my mortars. But you can see there is an attack from the right side. So now, even though it looks like we have the city, the problem is they have some heavy artillery and they're going to be shelling the city even more. So you can see the Buratino killed all our troops. Now we have only a couple of these guys, but they're panicked, they're worthless now. Then we have a couple soldiers of Hudoren. So that's why I have decided that I'm going to make this push with the APCs. They're not especially strong, although this Hachikyu Shiki is not bad. It has 4 front armor, 1900 range with the autocannon, and also a couple rockets. So that's okay. And it turned out that actually their defenses in the right flank in the forest was not especially strong, which means that we managed to weaken their forces here, and by deploying here we'll be able to cut off their reinforcement routes until we get bombed, obviously. Now I have run out of my soldiers. We're fighting against motorized decks, so obviously I cannot keep up, and this is why I used my money to buy the Kyumaru Shiki. You can see this is a very heavy unit, and what happens now is also pretty amazing. So I'm pushing here, and I have some short arrow, but then something unexpected happens. I get bombed by cluster bombers. I haven't seen those in a while. And my anti-air has been destroyed. So I decided to retreat. You can also see I don't have much fuel. This is one of the issues with the Japanese. Their tanks have very little fuel. And all the bombs, you can see, the 3 tanks had only 1 point each. So now I split them up, so that they will not be running through the fire. One of the tanks even got killed by the artillery. And we can see, we cannot stay in the forest too long. It gets shelled all the time. So we try to retreat, however the tank runs out of gasoline. So we have to refill the supplies here very fast. And you can see these are pretty much my last units which I have. My regular troops. The Han and a couple of Hudoren. That's it. We can see there are some units here. So we drop some bombs on them. You can see there are a lot of units. It's like a sea of units. So now, by being deployed here, we're able to take out all the reinforcements. So they finally lost the city. After 40 minutes of fighting and moving back and forth. Now you can see their sea of units, mostly transports. I find playing for Japan pretty challenging. It's much harder than playing for the other nations. It feels like they are simply missing too many things. They have this Tansam short arrow. This is probably their best anti-air they have. Their Hawk has only 4200 range, so I wouldn't be taking that one. Regarding their tanks, they have the Kyumaru Shiki, 6 of them, if you play for Japan, which is good, but other than that, their second strongest tank has only 8 front armor and 15 AP, and all the other tanks are pretty much crap. So now the reinforcements have arrived, and I have pushed forward to this place, but you can see they can see my tanks, so that's not especially good. You can see there is a flanking push. They're taking from this side and also from this side, so I decided to retreat. The tanks are not especially strong, it costs only 100 points compared to my Kyumaru Shikis, which costs 170, but the bigger problem is that if they attack here, I will reveal, basically it will reveal all my units, and they could simply RT all my supplies to smithereens. But I really need to repair my units, and I need to refill them, which is why I have to retreat, because only here refilling them would be safe. So now when they have seen the retreat, they might be overconfident and decide to attack. However, this is going to be a trap, because in the meantime I have repaired my tanks. I will place them here, and this is going to be a pincer movement for 2 sides attacking. As you can see, they have been shelling us for a very long time already, and they have a lot of artillery. So I have sent my recon to this side to see if there are any FOBs. So I found one. We're going to destroy it. Still, even if we don't see any of their FOBs, the good thing about total destruction without time limit is that after 1 hour the artillery is going to stop. No matter how many FOBs they have, usually within 1 hour it's over. So now we can see they have a lot of troops here. And again, they are killing my units here. So due to the helicopters, I'm moving my Stinger units up. I'm targeting their FOB. The FOB is gone. You can see another FOB is being shelled there. Now, since we have held this city for some time, I have decided to bring some anti-tank units because they are fortifying here with tanks. So it would be a useful unit to send. And furthermore, I don't have regular troops to send there anyway. You can also see my artillery here. They're mostly focusing on counter-artillery fire and also to destroy enemy FOBs. So they'll be targeting some FOBs now. So we have spotted an FOB here. One more hit and it should be down. Okay, 2. So in the meantime I have lost some supply trucks here. I don't think they have seen them, but I feel that they're just shooting here because this is a crossing. And in the crossing that's where units usually wait for some time. Now you can see my Chumat getting killed. But you know, it's pretty devastating. Then again, I don't feel that losing 1000 or 2000 supply for killing 2 Chumat is actually worth it, so that's another issue. Now you can see I have some anti-air here and I have another one here. Why don't I place them here? Well, there's so much artillery that they might get killed, so I keep these guys in reserve. As soon as these guys die, they will be replaced by these guys. Now I'm a little bit sad about this. I was probably looking somewhere else. Strangely, these 3 guys managed to survive. That's pretty unexpected. Now you can see there is an assault in the middle. You can see the Centurions are very useful in taking the city. Oh, there's some helicopters here. So these helicopters wanted to kill my CV, but fortunately I didn't place it in any of these most common places. I placed it here. And I have requested support with planes. So we managed to take all of them down, but they saw my CB, which is why I've decided to move it, obviously. And later this area gets shelled by artillery. So at this point we have already 2 times retreated from this area. That's why I like this game. This game was very interesting in terms of having to retreat, move back and forth to prevent too many losses. Now this is funny. The Buratino comes here, but somehow he stays outside in a visible spot. So I take care of it. Where are the planes? Oh, there. No. Oh, there are planes. Dropping some bombs at the Buratino. You can see the 140 points. So he has been taken care of. The city is going to be the city is going to fall, and I am going for another push. Now this is pretty much a competition. Who is going to get the home sector first? You can see they're starting to shell this area, even though I don't have anything there. So this means they don't have anything there either. So I'm taking care of the Meridas. And these Roku Ichishiki are pretty nice tanks, even though they cost only 15 points. I mean, especially because they cost only 15 points. I have 6 armor. They're a very nice meat shield. So we're going for a push here. Marushiki are pretty well armored, so they can survive this. And as Aoshichi cannot do anything against them. Now I'm sending forward some Nanayon Shiki G. These are very nice tanks as they have the grenade thrower. And I sent this unit just to see what is located here. As you can see, the city already seemed taken, and then again a lot of units have arrived, so it has been stopped temporarily. We have to retreat because the artillery is very heavy and our units need gasoline and whatnot. I clean up this place so Urogard can advance. In the meantime, the city is going to be cleaned up with Urogard and Eddie. And as I was retreating, I asked them for one more charge to kill these BMP units. If you wonder why I was attacking, why I didn't just stand here, it's so I get a line of sight. I didn't see them from here, so I had to go move forward. And I didn't want to show my plan. That's why. So now I retreat. And you can see all those Roku Ichishiki tanks, which are very cheap. They have a serious issue of not having enough gasoline. Their autonomy is only 200 kilometers. Somehow they manage only to drive 10 kilometers here on this map. So these guys get refueled. You can see here the push is already going on. And there is not much resistance, or at least not much that can resist them. Even here, at Eddie's side, the city is going to be taken over. It has been opened. You can see the units are moving in very fast. So the kilo is going to be secured soon. In the meantime, I'm moving forward as well. I unload my anti-air as I expect some planes coming here, and I bombed this place. So this area has been cleaned up as well. Now you will see what I meant when I said that the Japanese don't have good gasoline on their tanks. Tanks are empty again. So at this point we can already see the command. And the game is gonna end now. So I hope you enjoyed this game. I found this one of the most epic games ever. The fighting in the city was very brutal. It moved over back and forth. When I was playing this, I was thinking at least 3 times that the city is finally secure. And then it turned out not to be. Same, I also felt at least 3 times the city is going to be lost. So this was really exciting to play this game. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed me playing as Japan. If you are interested in seeing how I played with other countries, you should have a look at my other videos. I was playing also as Czechoslovakia, East Germany, even as Denmark. We even have at least 2 games there where 4 of us are playing as Denmark against any kind of countries like Soviet Union or NSVP. In any case, I hope you enjoy this. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'm looking forward to your comments.